abusiafo ye mama kwaba emra nana Jantuah TV me share mo se enne kwadwo pompo metwena ba matwena ba na otia no Dr. Sam kwadwo Jantuah na de omni se ba chewe new click subscribe button me se we are bell notification icon wa turn on video no drop ya won sa ba kan producer no pompo mebo de din ye fe na okan won na hye nsem ne ye de bramo education ministry e ho wuru butu na former education minister Dr. Yaw Adutwum opeso to Frankama MPP on 2026 31st January prime minister no mo kon but no way campaign okoka asem ma Ghana Education Service o mani nyi ho kra o must strike back hard e Japan yizo Ghana Education Service debi asem na former education minister kasa na teachers for allowance bi ama enu nti dem kra pass o se nye no kre na results na nkasa ya observing the 2025 WASSCE no the true reflection of Nkran abilities. And answer me, a buy a penny social media be a candidate, but coach dog aba, you do drum at the amount. Dog akaba.
Na Josuminia.
Na kwajo, Nkran Philippa. Who ye, me who ye James Sabato from.
I don't know Jones.
Hey, na kwajo, social studies. Na nipa 55% will say the pass here. From 70 something, I drop here by 55%. Too much. Now, about failures and being social studies.
Why is it too much?
Too much, Kojo. Now, you know why? Me statistics, you know what I say. Yes, I think so. Now, commerce, integrated science, English language. No, Kojo, this is unacceptable. The way I'm kind of feeling too much. I'm up for church on my dream. Professor Stephen Ade on also education. It was say invigilation. This time I want a very strict and internet financial and yadiro. Ebi nso hu ni say teachers for motivation ya de education minister na akwa say allowance bi na o say aban we dey teachers for na ntino motivation say bi ka ho bi na nkra na anya de minima bia wo gina.
You see yan kan okra wo kroma you say Adutwum when it comes to education Ghana, he's among the best in Africa. What the first 5 education minister ever Africa. He's among the best 5. So he transcends beyond Ghana borders.
Okay.
He's somebody at education or tiasie. There are few people are omo kasafa bibi huwa ujina honu etino. And so anytime he speaks education, you will listen. You can do all your propaganda. But Adutwum or you're meticulous or you're intentional with what he says.
Okay. When it comes to education,
what he talked about was intervention money. It's different from the other allowances. That CPD allowance no canon.
Controller because error.
The intervention allowance is a special allowance for that purpose. Purpose ne say you motivate the teacher say baby aye drui more students no your allowance dey ba we dey akwa eti say we special allowance say e bia ye graduation because we graduation allowance.
Okay.
You have already your traditional allowance okay. But graduation allowance ni dey we dey ma home so na graduation ni
okay.
Enti no be trade Zambia mo special allowance bi o mo di ma church for no
na so omunye de omo nchira nkra na say
so mo nyina omo ho mo because you need extra e was so kasa
okay.
You understand me tell I lecture students.
Yeah, sure.
One is you can say
time for exams
so you talk more
exactly
because every student say you said this say you said that say you said that.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
And so if the university decides to say during exams there's a special motivation allowance which is different from the normal allowance hawoji.
Yeah.
Motivation allowance be say we there exams obe sorry obe mark obe yes enti
because extra hours we can book at home.
That was what he was talking about. You understand? But abai we buy on chiaye. And I'm crying any exam. So they were expecting some allowance and say teachers for maybe kakra.
Yeah.
You see, what is it? The whole problem now make kind of education. I can't say the moment I be politicizing on say in the bedroom.
As education, I'm politicizing.
Now no so be kaya me be catch you say problem and say from a hole. I say free asie. The last time I can't say and say muna nkra ni usiano. E wa asie ho nyansa nim.
Yeah, okay.
why are we complaining?
Hey, me results na.
No, but I'm saying that problem no results na nye. I think na be worse.
Hey, e be worse.
I think na be worse. In fact, me water man ka me bo me nipa ba ko bi. Na yi bi a otro ma me enra o se nana e be worse. And
also you saw no.
No, I'm saying problem no enya de ye wu no wasi no problem no ye basic no. And your ma ye kira ni teacher so mo kira ade no. And your money bebre me say exam enra hwensemu no a ye ka say me ba no nkoye. Me ba na onim type no. Ye say onko tro twi or kopa adwuma. Over 10 years or stay 6 or kopa adwuma. On tro ni
application letter.
Or we are on type.
Application letter. I didn't have any serious to go back on your serious.
Hwɛ abranti say etimi ba kra na nka me banka uti teacher ni.
No, send me over there.
Aha. Teacher ni. No okay.
Very interesting.
Okay.
Nana, good afternoon. Minister Omoye. I'm such a morning show no ebia. Oba discuss what's the results. Because I'm remaining din komo. Or safaba. CIC and Kolano in terms of vacation and the contact. I was in school. We are doctor, we are educated. Nana. What's the results in our bando? We are going to be drive, yes. This will be an IQ position idea. You be A1s, 80. You be showing ya. The system I run it Ghana this year. See, I hear, and then it's truly, no teacher can complete the syllabus. And how can a student will come to school? No, I spend 1 month in school.
I didn't answer the anymore. They are account. Now, more much as I'm a Moco school near Moco school for 4 weeks. Moco left here 3 months on my can't be on the or more soon could be.
Only 2 years after 1 can do that. I'm more free for 2 months, 3 weeks. And as Uncle Lawi, oh, I expect to say manager. And unnecessary, I fear. I'm more from PCC, I'm days or in school, I reached this by 6 good months. They are completing school in June. Instead of September, they are about junior say reverse to the old calendar. And I say reverse to the old calendar. I was to be so fast. Yeah, we are next year results. As I'm making, and then date here, 30th November 2025. Yeah, we are next year results. I bet time. For most politicians, did you grow? Then you know, you mean you know, now if you want to reverse a calendar. I want to all this started from maybe one more often so that the so-called double track at the be free. Yeah, I think we need school 1 month. No, could
if you 3 months with you,
any idea? Any yes, so I'm control WASSCE. Nana next year, Opa, your reporters in schools. No, Mr. Teacher, so may fair to themselves. No, Mr. Teacher, need Ben Asabri or that's what form to second semester topics. Opia does even form 1 day. Because of vacation, Tantaya near Yenti. But I can say, if mean, you know, maintain for a program. But it's unfortunate. Ghana education near Russia. And
first when I made you
see, so that when we are talking,
we were teaching you,
or a teacher,
now, Abamu Penya, question say, and Cradon go to school 5 weeks. No more 5 weeks, but among come up 3 months. You
see, the problem is say, and any na fancy be a year ready to me, yeah, ebia, yebeka say, a year okay in the context of Ghana, yeah. Because the idea was that, or be a once you qualify, you understand, and a policy, but it becomes a pressure also, and as our pressure we near cohe, I told be a classroom, and umuya be over base 600.
What dang?
1,000 na lecture baako wona wotu obewie na woni asi
come on
enti a rippling effect
this is invest now child them the same thing be 600
be to be na woni asi
hey
ansana parallel abem ansana enti lectures no kreewu you understand e bi aban mfa bebre enti lecturer wono nko obey tese but it's not normal say wo kire over 100 nipa baako it's not normal ka class a yechichechim na obi akire bi na yemra basic no me bay a wo stay 6
So on chokrata so
look at complaint bebre ba make obi amfi me ba no otwi ne kronya na no nte papa
oh
afi na ogusu a
type is
wo
unim
type papa ade na ye chen assignment ni na parent na ye ma no tie o
parents go
be reality
bebre the AI
parent na ye ma no because the ye kire no kra sante ase
oh
mass ni nso o masesa mass ni mu bi ente se ye tete mass no
okay
nti o mass bi wa nanse ba ko bi a mehu ye ode ma metwe fa me bo kra
wo panyin no
me se me hu hwe me ko internet so na makɔ ha ansa na me hu de o mu pa akire but akra no nti ase
ana waka obi anso fiu
me ba no nso ba to bi a na wo so because o pa adisia ba utimi wo se de okosua no wonti ase
oh
nti to bi ateta me na metene ase but edoso akra no nko at this stage so nsua 10 subjects 11
adeng
obeba na assignment be 5 enti akra no kra nya tano ahome akra no kra sese de aduru ni se obi wo a parents no esenso me career parents ni ntino just osore be 4 osore akra ne na yi na wasa akra koto wedi 4 5 6 na otwen car inti akra no da no na ogina kwa ho tontomo wie no kopem se car school bus no ebe sorry
ye kwadwuma ho machi hu bebre okwa ho
and ya kasa asem ya a foundational challenge akra no be kono wabre ya sa akwa ko load in the whole day obanso a say ye class wabre ontimi nsua de oye nipa
the whole sha say free
e ho na sha say free inti akra ne nyata mu nsua de no se eduru ba bia na eju GES wa esanse ye rashe ye no enyo bi wo ho a won shedan te ase inti the choice is that and your parents no to be and your parents munti akakra na eno na jirigo go ni apon ne hwan people talk about as if say 2024 na apoba go back upon 19 hwan every year upon one. Why are people pretending? I mean, what are we talking about? Upon one sem. And you know, 80s upon every year upon a bassa. So let us not pretend to say upon a one and I say for. Because no examination being who upon P. You get the point? The problem is our case method teaching. Now no make be a friend of pedagogy. And me church omu say e wo mu nchichemu ye wo e bia na ekwa efa so kira de. Me o chire ni. And I can tell you say your class no say through your exams the students write it differently and they pass it differently.
Of course, almost strategy
as compared to other. Why? Because of the type. And obeka cho say nana oba class e kwaya ofa so nintino. Menti ase there's a challenge with a church for no so omo problem. A church for ni bebre kira de na wonim. There are people who are teaching what they don't understand.
Na obeda kire obi ade awo ade na oche wuni.
But there are a lot of examples for you to know. Can't you see say sometimes a lecturer will be lecturing something no akra de no ntimi ntini yi.
I don't want to believe. No, okay, me person because I don't want to believe. Me I don't want to appreciate your point. Say teacher ni chira kwara dey say 1 + 1 is equal to 2. One chira, one tell you about chira. So how do you explain it to me?
No, but I
can't think far.
So
I can't think
that
far.
That is the reason why you can say teacher way there or tell me I'm in tiasi.
You.
The reason why I can say teacher way there
or tell me
way tell me the same thing. Montiasi. You understand? And you see the technical courses no science maths ni na se for no normally no omo chire no oma ben but ebi nya de chire
to bu onimba how to explain it to them.
Yes.
Okay.
Also a technical person o ye din won kasa bebre na o ye na djuma omo de omo nsa ye adjuma no de bia no o concentrate so he doesn't talk much
to all kasa mo wate ase no
Edding.
Yeah, it's true.
And so when people are complaining about maths na se for now, not that the maths teachers are not good, but how to teach the maths not tiasieno is a problem.
There's a fundamental challenge.
Oba university course ba kwa confront 10 chapter statistics. Opa check it. Statistics. KNUST. What do you check it? Legon check it. What do you mamenye KNUST?
And you know maths abusia for.
Course na conform pekra no. any statistics. Because we bet me cry my formula and so. You understand? Not that the professors or the lecturers are not good, but how they are teaching it is a problem. And the technical courses, we need to invest in the visualization, the method of teaching. Science courses, in my class, and in my class, there are certain things I would say go to the YouTube
and find out.
And I may share who the way sit here, or I'll tell you go into your Kibia console. Say net here.
This how to operate it.
Yeah, when you say, see, I can't wait, say net here, see, I can't papa we ya ni dini we no kaye for AI so kabi dia na oka. So that there's that involvement. So I don't go to the classroom expecting some no.
Wow, that's a good teaching strategy.
But the problem is that most of the times we as teachers go there and young kwan ye be kasasa ye ni adeda.
O tare trawe so teacher unkwan
wakasasa and he thinks he's teaching. Most of these teachers and lecturers, they are not lecturing, they are not teaching, they assume. And you say, now I tried the didn't I want to say it's your fault. Because why is it that students, the same students, ultimately you might be non to say? Because me philosophy say, if I don't understand it, I will not teach you.
Of course.
Because then it will be a waste of time. And the problem in your SSC you Tom, problem in your foundation now you can't conform fee. Problem here, the fact that our parents are also extra teachers in the classroom, in the house, because our children are not able to appreciate and now omunti die yetu mase. Inti sa krano parents me type of money ye be kwa mark no. Wetwa.
Yeah, personal.
But akrana ntimi nye. You understand? Akrano so ntimi anya abebo no.
Hey, because your problem is multifaceted.
Frenchy ontiasie
je vais vers
on tiasie and so patch say and the issue no aya discuss issue aya na ya me ya because you politicizing na kwe na ye say na kofa na kwe say na we say hwe GES in some form dia ba
education is because think politicizing
Debbie hwe o chechire ni o market yesa enti ye wonyoman kitinkiti bi wo ho a. Oh, because the idea was that the minister then did not want them to take advantage of extra classes, but special. And the minister's issue was that the way mawa extra classes machewa die. Nemo mabina and mouse have motivation be never there and you stop this extra classes.
No, because this can GES net and didn't they blame GES.
But say GES no ni na ye under abai. Ona wo hwe at the end of the ministry in the Bay Yama because GES,
but you are the agency.
You are the agency to ensure say anything. You see, the point is that and I will blame you. Next year, problem you best can want some. Oba Guswa blame MPP. But
you GES statement almost say results in a true reflection of an ability. It will be what you to me say because some foundation there. Then I think we may have to side with GES statement which say results not say end product.
A indictment on them.
GES.
Yes. If you are bold as an educational institute, Ebekache say, and Krandomia perform. What it means is that when serious, you are not supervising them to teach well. You don't. The implication is that I am not making sure that they do the right thing to get higher rates. Into any institution, you will resign. That is why people don't understand why I'm saying, when you're serious, because you are indicting yourself. Issue way, as I said last week, issue now, many Greek minister
yeah.
The comment I will frame it, no person and say, Nana, me a Greek minister. Same person, young say, a wood be crowd with vegetables, ma. I should not come out and say, Nina. I should be able to defend and say, not all, but we are working towards it. But the moment I also ready to say, I true, and diplomatically, it is dangerous.
Of course.
So when you are a GES director, then you come out to say, this is a true reflection. What Shaman Kofuencha now because a true reflection. Because he say, granted to say, this year, say our poor, woman, your poor. Now we catch them and say, woman, your poor, this is the result of woman, your poor, and it's a true reflection now because I'm crossing the same way. Then you are saying, no, you see, they are indicting themselves. They don't understand the implication. What they say? According to say, me as a general manager, and cranning yadi, presenters in yadi. Now you call competition no more ya. I said yeah, wohona
I say you are not supervising well.
You are not supervising
well. But meanwhile, GES is the supervisory body
to ensure that the teachers are teaching well, so that we have higher rates. So the letter now was with the bano should have been like we are really concerned.
We are working to improve the situation.
Say. Now we've realized that there had been a pattern where probably students rely on other external enyoma. But this time around, we make sure say ebia ebe silly. However, when abano, we as an institution must ensure we fix it by ensuring say ebia teachers' motivation, say teaching method, say that is what we can answer.
That's wisdom speaking.
That is where you can answer. But you do not say all that they were trying to say is Adutwum it's your politics. The Adutwum time no moto apo. What do you mean? That is nonsense. You have indicted yourself. So you are saying say all this while Ghana no apo.
Dr. Adutwum so. I mean, at the end say you can't make, or I don't think it is right to make a categorical statement and attribute the massive failure to sad and allowance, knowing very well. So, there are fundamental challenges with the education system. To make us allowance and anything they be a GES, a trigger.
No, so you see, I am not holding brief for Adutwum, but you see, what had been there, success story, despite whatever. What did I say?
Yeah.
And that is what I was telling you, say, there are instances where during examination week, I talk more.
Yeah, of course.
And now when so be create me the BB I'm explaining that no ababa bibusame.
Yeah.
Then I help the person. Adutwum de no Adutwum was not perfect. But you see, we grow on the thing. Because Oka say apoa. There's no evidence that Adutwum tore apart Emma students. If anybody has an evidence, there's no evidence that Nanekufuado Aban tore apart Emma Obi. But there are evidence every day, including NDC, JJ Rawlings, Kofuor, John Mahama, Kofuor, Akufuado, times every year apopie. Enkro wiemu. Sa apono ye twitwa ye cancel Kofuor results. Are we saying say it is just today? You know, say your parents, teachers that collide, and then they connive to what? Buy a paw, supposedly, for the kids. We know what is happening in Ghana. So let us not pretend.
But you say Makachi Ghana, your solution to education. The last time Namoko constitutional review, constitutional review forum was the until say Ghana, I'm a ministers ni MPC ma a patronizing free SHS. Education system see and because now we minister about free SHS nibi no go school 5 weeks after 5 weeks no am kwara bet na fie 3 months same fa but obako bi ana kwadwo go school 5 weeks pe am kwara bet na fie e be kan you may be forced to do the right thing. I say amra na ma politician tutu kwa boche ko healthcare no so o yare na yoruba cat na where cat situation emiawa and can be you be inspired to work to improve the situation. But say any solution to Ghana problems.
And I would say we are not just ready for this honest discussion. Now the moment that we keep on politicizing issues, it's none of me try me catch you say issue. Once the GES NDC MPP cross is no. Into one say substance na kasani ebe Eti GES no de omutro ye ni nyina clearly ya tro ama PR no ne so mfambra uchi omadu sema eye minister whoever and atro say kotro we
come on because if you were his excellency John Dramani Mahama na resource here you be worried. We education minister when I do so you be worried. We a GS director you be worried because social studies the last time out not percentage more passes 71% I drop it by 55% because how can you tell me social studies state and explain the 3 arms of government. Afi biato legislature no atro judiciary no atchem executive ni president Mahama judiciary chief justice ana na legislature parliament no atchirim eti se won't be pass social studies pa de ko jona say enkwaro born dey too much.
No, it is because it is because my member before some NDC they are funny with this one. Nan say ye defend them because MPP for say dollar ne economy na akoye no eye uma. Mo say David.
Eti we na nko ya na me so beje tu say.
Why Adutwum? Are you getting mad?
Kwajo chabe. Eti we dey kwashe Adutwum. Say Adutwum ti na nkra na anya ade ne wo so dollar ne fuel no. MPP time. Ana am na yen sir.
That's the logic. You see, they should be very careful. Leader, you accept responsibility. Imagine saying GES report in here, I have accepted the responsibility. You understand?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, now is not the time for blame games.
Exactly.
Let us sit down and call the stakeholders and see how we can fix the
Work
problem.
to improve the situation.
You understand? Because Adutwum, whether you like it or yes, Adutwum is a relevance in education, and that's what no matter what you say, every person be aware education himself Adutwum. He may not get all the things right.
Of course.
But my point is that we have to be very careful. Issue now has got nothing to do with choose and pick.
Okay.
GES in the buy, it's got nothing to do with whatever he's talking about. You understand? Now who are you could throw away banner GS na say for. Now who are you now to any the same way because maintain say you are nedi. Why officer director no ye nedi. Abe answer no. Na nyo no one try unto so betra me aka say dey apo. What is wrong with you? We are penny or wayek. Yes, 2024 in Granny try because of apo. 2023 in Granny try because of apo. Also the same thing. That's this year they oba no. Where jay apo no. Now that's so and we ye knew wedi. Na GES and can be amfa ho. You see, we are a crazy country.
Oh.
This discussion I hear me so because there are people they will just look at it and say then is MPP is and this and they do say that. Now I
ya dilute no.
See, me say Ghana education problem ne say syllabus no do so change dem kra no esua. E was here tete so man kra no.
Relevant ones.
Akra as they say for should not be learning 10 subjects. It doesn't make sense.
We can penny kra 8 teams ana na bia me complain.
E de nkwa na mode ye. Oti ase ye higher ho ye just say ye higher ho courses bi wo ho amfa so bia ni so.
We dey am kra so munyini na omoni abrofi ko sha practical ade a ombeti adi.
Because look at Finland education.
China. Na say na wo show China for die bi. Ne fe. Koran kete. Sheni kiki no of flex car tie.
Practical. Oti ya na wo sua bonnet ne hwan wo buku mu.
Ohun kra da.
4 years na me sua mixing of mortar e wo buku mu.
Mana onye bi kwa.
Obra ye construction wa ha. Ye ntimi anka nje say engineers. Mun ko gina na mun take mortar no. Mun mix it bia 1x4x3 practical. Munye.
Osa, about education dey imam me politicizing no never so ni so.
So for me, GES I don't know mo kan no sebi nyansa nim. But I'm sure NDC for no be defend it. Be attempt fine.
Videos go ahead and shut down.
And I would say, oh, I don't care about them.
Said that's the situation.
No, I don't care.
Oh, I know, but because that's the situation.
The reality says a nipa tre kra na nyansa probity. What they are saying? Because you see, I am any education na se for ekoso no. And then craning so we don't even allow them to share their challenges. Most lecturers do not even allow the kind of attitude that teachers foreign lecturers for be war. Tell me me say e dey nko na wo pe obi asema.
Akwanikati a wo mema o masere no class. That's what do nija.
No, we are chill. You are supposed to guide the student. You should not be comfortable say go and read. There be when you guide the child eduru baby onu atimi ye. But we akrane so mpadisia there be obetimi am akrana padisia. And there be sometimes you don't know what they go through. And yoma bebre wo it is to their disadvantage. They have come to meet a social media or new media that alone will cry about some for. Momo time no. You had only yam.
Yeah.
It be bien we about the strategy bebre sa.
Yeah.
But today, unfortunately, in technology world,
Android phones are bad.
Yes.
There be a Facebook, TikTok.
And what are you talking about?
Kwadwoni yetu momonefono. Yetu akrafo, yentu momonesofu. Mkrano.
Me say
also mujitu
no.
Say before so be make it to the university no. Education is still at the foundation level. It was secondary school and you na akoye phone na TikTok and na debe and na tech and na there be kwadwo. And kwans yentu omo. The man into nkura no fo. Omo ye nkura boni.
David. Ye ni nkura boni wa ha. Ye wo mpanyin boni.
To mu so mpanyin fo no.
What you say? Open nkura boni American nkura boni wo ho. Enso mo na ye watch. Omo na ye phone.
Ebe ye to.
Nkura boni wo China. Omo bi na mbe galamsey no. But omo bi na ye nneoma ma wo to ene ade we fi China.
Yeah, my
nkura boni na ye onkwa sorry. What you say? Eye panyin a onye serious. One for principle bi anto ne nkura ni sua. Eno aye kwa sorry. Na akura baako oye ye kan say we say wadidi asorefo ni bi atem.
Oh,
e kan se bi ani kwan so oka. Eno wie no osu na nasefo. Nti na me man complain said this lady he was saying he was insulting us, he was saying blah blah. Eno no okeka sa anyoma na. But me share eja no, I didn't blame Akra no. It is a reflection of what is happening in the house.
If you entertain yet.
Because Akra bi kasa wanim fia.
Eyatem de mu du.
De oti ye no. Oti no fie. Enti Akra no peke. You understand? Me peke what my father exposed me to.
Unyini no.
Enti se me ye obi anka bia me so me ye nyoma basa because me papa so ye nyoma basa.
Bara what in say?
If I grew seeing my father beating my mother, I may grow up also beating a woman and I will see it as normal. If I grew, yes. Entity ye Akra no nya Akra boni. Sometimes they need love. They need care.
Guidance.
They need guidance. They need a fabric. Kawasam chemi. I am doing it and it is helping. There are many people they will say, na me ferry. But me ye say mitimi ye we.
Wow.
Obia was our potential no, but obi free baby free buy. Until we teacher near, you should be able to identify the challenges and the strength and the weakness of all the students. Then you know how to handle them.
Students that time.
There's a way you can do that. Obetimi atimwa will say 30% na enye. Sometimes as a teacher, the best teacher is for you to get somebody a ucha F, na utimi monitor D, na ucha B, na ucha. That makes you a best student. So you don't call yourself a best teacher when you call in a class na be nada. It will no mecha no my say. Impact be any. You should be able to student be or we're training a lot of courses. I think last 2-3 years for baby. We need Dr. Nkrumah course back be.
Okay.
And for the first time, that lady had A.
Hey. And the mama say oh.
That lady had A. So
wow.
they were surprised. I hear them. I know Dr. Nkrumah the chair said, but this is the work. Where can you so
you did the magic?
You understand? It's just a wecha and it's wecha. Why? It wasn't that wabong. It is because there's a challenge. You need to be able to eliminate that challenge, you know, to help you. And so for me, education issue now, I can go volunteer. You say, "Mother, mon koso na mon politicizing." No.
Okay.
Next year, you better better hack the same thing. Why can you when you need and I GES director.
Where I kind of why public affairs director.
I know to wait by.
What's the name? Isn't John Cappy? John Cappy or Joy News.
It's you know about true we no. The time say I pour you money transfer my poor.
That we know not your way why.
Now why can you upon the floor? But one day is
I'm trying any GS for.
And I'm so way so upon no more can as women and a home with the upon. Now upon the free. And yes, I'm so no mushro. And you why
upon evidence way.
And I'm say send me busa so more upon. Ebeba na you true free and you